All right, well, hey, welcome back, boys and girls, to one of the most unpromoted channels in YouTube history. Welcome to my personal journey through music. I wanted, I have purchased quite a few guitars, I think 6 in total so far this year. And one of them was this Charvel that I picked up in San Diego. Killer deal. And yeah, it's got this pearl white kind of thing going on. Compound radius neck. It's got Seymour Duncan JB TB4 and a couple Seymour Duncan custom flat Strat SSL in the middle and in the neck. So this thing sounds really killer. And I have altogether now 4 Charvels. I have the Chameleon. I have the green sparkled one. I have the Eddie Van Halen Bumblebee and this one. I don't think I have another one. But yeah, this is a great guitar. And you can pick these up for like $650 in that $600 range. So they're out there to be had. And just think about it that, if it said Fender on the headstock, just what do they normally charge for something like this? Like $1,200. They also did make them in a Floyd Road version. So this is the Pro Mod San Dimas Style 1 HSS HT hardtail. And the M, I'm sure, is for the maple neck. And there's really not much more to it, other than that. And one of the reasons why I picked up this one wasn't because it was even a Charvel. It was because, anytime I buy a guitar, the first thing that is most important to me is the feeling of the neck. I have picked up many Charvels where the neck was there was like, no way, I would never buy this guitar, and I'm not going to take it home and start doing my own fretwork. It's more of a hassle to do that. I would rather be able to pick it off the shelf, new or used, and just want to go home and play it. I don't want to get into doing setups. That's kind of not the thing. Sometimes you have to do that with imported guitars, but sometimes you don't. For example, with the Firefly, all I had to do was change the strings on that. And I think I adjusted the neck. Maybe, yeah, it was a little too much relief. Yeah. So I've been enjoying that. Definitely. That has a good neck compared to the Tally. And so, yeah, this thing is just really, really nice altogether, man. Oops. Really, really beautiful paint job. It's got one little nick there. But I got this for a good deal. I'm in that $600 range. I think that's what I got it for. Locking tuners. 2 string trees, but this neck feels great. It's got the no load tone pot. Really, really nice. Really, really nice saddles. It's a hardtail, so strength through body. Yeah, it's just got a really nice paint job. I don't know if I can get the camera to kind of pick up on the pearl. Some people used to like to name their cats Pearl. But we'll give this a go. These pickups sound really, really good. And eventually, I'll get to demoing that PRS-CESE. That was one of those guitars that I was pretty sure that I didn't like. And I mean, did not want to like. And I think I had picked up quite a few of them, and the fretwork or the neck, I just wasn't a fan. And it was just a few days ago that one was at Guitar Center Rancho Cucamonga, and on clearance. And you know, the clearance deal is they're blowing it out. They don't want it in the store, and you can't return it. But they were selling it for like $220, even though the ones right next to them were still $499. So, you know, I went over that guitar up and down, left and right. But the thing about it was, I played it in the store, and the first thing I noticed was the neck felt absolutely wonderful, comparable to this neck, just absolutely wonderful. It seemed like, even though it was new, it seemed like it already been used or somebody did work to it. I don't really know. So I brought it home. I changed the strings on that and found that there's a treble bleed on the volume knob, which caught my surprise. And there's also on the coil tap 2 mini capacitors, the thin ones, not the round ones, on the coil tap. So that thing actually has a very interesting sound to it. So that they're not your standard 8515 PRS pickups, because I hate those pickups. They're, to me, I can't stand them. Is why I really don't own a PRS guitars, because most of their guitars, their lower end guitars, come with that same damn pickups, 8515s, like forever. I don't like them. They're just very much too trebly to me, and they're not very articulate. I don't really like them, but these are different. So, or maybe just the way they have that one wired. But anyway, so yeah, and then also I finally got the rack system all kind of taken care of. Let's see if I can. No, I can't shrink the screen. Oh, there we go. So here it is. This is the final stage. I haven't hooked everything up yet, but I got rid of the bookshelf, and everything will plug into the Silver Star down here. Yeah. So the Black Star Silver line has speakers that can actually unplug from the unit with a 1/4-inch jack, and they plug into the console on the top. So the workaround it is these little gizmos. These will allow me to connect the speaker into here, and then from the power amp will plug right into here. So I'll be able to use those speakers like a cabinet in stereo. I have 2 of them. So basically I will daisy chain the 1101 and the Valve FX will run in series. So whichever one I want to turn on, they'll both work. All I'll have to do is just turn on the power amp, the BBE, if I want to use it. It's got a true bypass. You don't have to have it on for it to actually go through to the power amp. This will run independently. This will be the only one that I have to rig up independently to use it, the 11 rack. Because I couldn't find another way to wire it. I couldn't find a 3 male to male sort of connector. I don't even know if they make one. They make a dual. You can do 2 1/4-inch to 1 1/4-inch. I've seen that, but I haven't seen a 3-pronged one yet. So that's my limitation with that. And then I picked up this tuner. This is awesome. It's going to do the whole Knight Rider thing when it's not being implemented. And then the fender will light up blue, and then here's the Furman power strip. So this has pull out little lights. So that thing's heavy, man. Heavy as hell. Now, what is it for, really? It's just for nostalgic reasons. I've already owned this gear like 2 or 3 times in my lifetime. I did hold on to the Velocity Rocktron power. I figured that was a good one to hold on to. But I've had so much rack gear, guys, I can't even begin to tell you. I think I've owned this 3 times. This might be the 4th time. But I actually can run this into my computer and run the interface for that. Which before I don't think I had, because I didn't have the update to run it. So I was just controlling it manually. In fact, some of my videos on YouTube where I used this unit in that recording. So someone, and it was this one unit that I had bought in one time, that somebody had it before me, but they had dialed in some really killer stuff, and I had used that in quite a few recordings on my YouTube channel and some of those songs, and it was just like, man, it was really, really nice. And then I sold it, or I don't know what it is. I tried to update it, and then I totally washed out those presets or those custom program settings, and I could never get it back, so I ended up selling it. But now it's not for, like, I'm not gigging. This is just one of these days I'm going to get back to just wanting to hear it, but nothing's ever going to really become of that. It's just going to become a staple of something I used to own. I guess, I don't know. There's the Tees guitar standing by, waiting for a jam. Okay, well, let's get on with the listening to a little bit of that. Hold on, guys. Okay, so I'm running the same patch on the THU. It's called Les Paul, I think, clean. And I added a metal tone, like a Boss metal tone distortion to it. A noise gate that really doesn't need to be on, because I only added that for when demoing the Tees guitar. A little bit of compression, a little bit of delay and reverb, and this is running like a it's called Marcus 2 clean, but I think it's a Mesa Boogie type clean. I don't really know much about that. So this is the bridge. So that humbucker's really, really smooth. Right now I have the low note tone fully on, engaged. See if I back it off a little bit. That's with the tone knob engaged. And that's without it. It's very subtle, very subtle. Alright, position number 2. got some killer spank. All right, middle position. But who plays the middle? Kind of a weird thing anyway. Fourth position is awesome. Now to the neck. Position 4. Neck. And the neck just feels like a dream, man. To me, the fourth position is definitely the best out of all of them. Just checking the tuning. D is just a little flat. Which makes this neck so nice is that the frets are big enough so it's got a really good feeling underneath your fingers. And the pickups, man, they just sound killer. Can't beat that sound. All right, let's just do a little bit of the dirty. Let me click on the, what is this, the boss sort of metal tone. The pinch harmonics on this neck with the pickup is just great. It's just, no matter if you're going from the neck to the bridge, it's great. wish I was a better guitar player where I could really probably show you how this guitar functions as a whole, but being that I'm just a very moderate kind of player, then yeah, there's not really much I can do. Let's see. See if I can get a mix on this. See if I can get a decent mix on this. This guitar really is super badass. So hey, thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts or comments. And next on the list is we'll go through this CESC, and just kind of let you know why I bought that one. It wasn't one that definitely was not on my radar, but when Guitar Center's blowing out a guitar like that for the price of a cheap Chinese import type, then yeah, it's kind of like a no-brainer. But if it didn't play nice, if it didn't sound decent, I definitely wouldn't even have wasted my time buying something like that. But considering those facts, it was something I was like, wow, I didn't know that maybe with just this one, everything came together. Maybe it was made on a Monday instead of a Friday. But thanks for hanging out. And as always, hey, it's Saturday. Have a good weekend, guys. And we'll see you on the flip side. All right, later.